Okay, there's so much happening. I just had to start the video now because there's so much happening. I'm wrapping so many pals' presents for Christmas because I'm seeing all my friends tonight at the Beast show, even though all the other Scots are watching the Celtic game. Tara Jade Palka has stolen my eyeshadow. I just remembered. So I can't even wear gold or silver eyeshadow. I'm gonna just be naked. My eyes will be naked. Usually I go crazy with my silver eyeshadow, and now because Tara's just relieved me of it, I don't know, it was fine. I want to talk about how Nicky is actually from the East End of Glasgow, and he's the reason why we're going to see the show. I've got 8 tickets, 8 palkas. 8 palkas are going to this show because it's opening night and Nicky from the East End is playing the Beast. And that's such a nice bracelet. Tiger's Eye, add it to the collection. Tiger's Eye is my birthstone, but it's also a really good protective stone crystal, and it says Tiger's Eye's solar stone for vitality, practicality and physical action, along with growing in confidence and strength. It's a protective stone. I said that, see? I'm telepathic. And since ancient times, it's warded off evil and negativity. It balances your yin and your yang, stabilizing your moods. Yeah, I need to balance my yin and my yang. I tell you that now. I feel like sometimes I'm too feminine. Sometimes I'm too, I don't know. Ladies need a container. Anyway, I don't know what that means. What does a container mean? We don't know what she means by container today. Sorry, Miriam, I saw this because I was having tea with Miriam this morning, coffee actually. And I was talking about how next year's the year of the horse, that this year was the year of the snake. And the snake is kind of fits and starts. It's a lot of this amazing thing happened and then nothing happens. Kind of like a wave, or when a snake sheds its skin, that's really the feeling of it. You're going, okay, that's cool, but also we could have done with something else. Here we go. And now it's 2026, it's going to be the year of horsepower, which is 100% going, 900 miles an hour. Horsepower is 90 miles an hour, full engine, full non-stop. Between January 1st and the end of the year, it's just going to be go, go, go. So then I go to the shops today, literally half an hour ago, and I saw this really silky necklace, 100% silk scarf, come on. Vanilla Smith, who doesn't like vanilla? So anyway, I got this for Miriam. I'm giving it to her tonight at the theatre, darling. I hope she likes it. She's probably going to wear it all of the days. Plus, she's English, so we gave her some tartan. She needs a tartan scrunchie for Christmas and a Scottish one that she can give to her sister or wear it herself. I don't know. Whatever you want to do with it, you can do with it. So that's nice. Oh my goodness, it's hard to wrap a scrunchie and silk together. Do I do it together or separate? Look at it, it's so nice. I wanted to talk about gold chains in cinema because it's all I talk about, and gold jewellery in cinema. When I started working in the theatre when I was 17 in New York, they said, if you have a character with the jewellery on the outside, it's very different than a character who wears their jewellery on the inside. And it's the difference between an extrovert and an introvert, which I totally agree with. Hang on a second, this is my crystal. There's so many crystals in this area. So we're thinking about it and going, yes, that's lovely, but also, what does it mean for tonight? I probably should wear my jewellery on the outside. But all I've ever done is put gold in films. So Shakira Barrera knows this because when she was acting and I was directing her in Collection, when she played Christina from Nicaragua, I said to her, your character has father loss. So she never had a dad, and she wears a necklace that's the wedding ring of her father, because no man that she has ever, with it's a gold chain, and the necklace is, the charm is literally just her dad's wedding ring, because no man in her life has ever had as large hands as her father had. And Shakira was like, oh my God, as a backstory, Shakira was crying. And I was like, I know, this shit just comes out of me. I was like, what else do you want? And there was a lot of female gaze, good stuff we did. We female gazed a strip club in Collection. If you want to watch Collection, it's so good. Alex Pettyfer is falling in love with her. And it's female gaze all the way. It's so feminist. It's so feminist. But like humanist, guys are included in the feminism as well. It's just about being a good person. That's nice as well. Okay. God, this is so nice now. So then I was thinking, look how these work in the different chakras, the different colors for the different chakras. So I thought a lot, in my films, I've always thought a lot about color, but also the reason why we love American cinema in the 70s, like Straight Time, and like any film you'll see in the 70s in America, the guys all have little gold chains under their, it's like right there, the gold chain, and it hits, oh, Miriam's takes me back. That's cute. She's cute. The gold chains are all very necessary in cinema. It makes us fall in love with the character. Frankly, it's so gustatory. Like a gold chain just makes you go, I want to be that person, or I want to be with that person, or I want to have dinner and talk about art with that person, or I want to be with them for the rest of my life. Like I want to love that person. Even as a friend, you're like, I love this person. They're so charming. They like ooze confidence, and gold means loyalty and love. I have gold scissors. It means, I wish I had my gold eyeshadow for tonight, because Tara, you stole it from me like a month ago. It was like the end of October. Tara Jade stole she was doing my makeup for a red carpet thing. Thank God she did it. She's so nice to me. And I don't know why she scooped up it's like, it's Too Faced, really nice. It smells like chocolate. It's got real gold in it. Eyeshadow. Oh, it's like the best eyeshadow. I might have to just get another palette by myself. So the cinema vibes that we've got are really precious. All we need is like to have everyone have gold chains in cinema, or you'll see in all my films, everything I've got is gold. Everything. I wear gold everything because it's such a nice thing. Like all the men in collection had all Missoni tops. They had all Missoni outfits. So like real Italian dudes, like matriarchal. That company's matriarchal. It's run by a granny. And she like raised all these really incredible Italian men, and they all just like continue to make incredible work. But it's very passionate. They're very connected to the Great Mother. Kind of like Polish guys. Love their babcias and their mamas. That's why there's no serial killers in Poland. We talked about this. Oh, look at my gold tissue paper. Okay, this is gonna be nice. But I was like, oh, you know what do we need to do? We need to, in a film, put everything gold, and like someone who's got whatever eye color they have, whether they've got blue eyes or brown eyes or green eyes, gold works really well. It helps and enhances the skin tones and stuff. It's not just its own highlighter, it's like everything. Oh my God, this is going to be so nice. I hope Miriam likes it. She's going to be like, what is this? It's such like a last minute gift, but it's so good. You know how like when you get something on the day that you saw somebody, when you're going to see them again tonight? Also, I bumped into Paddy Mullen on the street on Buchanan Street like 2 days ago, which was so nice. And I was chatting to him, because he's always going to his job in town. So I was talking to him on the street for ages. And then the next person I bump into who's Scottish is literally like, or the next time I go into town is like this day today. And just now I bumped into Lenny Mullen, but I wasn't just bumping into him. He was like standing next to me in the queue. Like it was really crazy, because that's my TK Maxx. Like nobody goes there. I'm sorry, it's mine. It is my TK Maxx. So I was like, why is Lenny Mullen in my TK Maxx? And I didn't even say, hi, Lenny Mullen. I just said, aren't you, and I said, aren't you the guy that cast me in Neds? Because that's true, he is. And I was just like, oh, I laugh. But then I was asking him like, oh my God, are you guys going to see the opening night of the play tonight? It's the big night. It's the Beast at the Sits. You know, like everyone's going. And I would have like invited them or gotten them tickets or something. But Lenny was like, no, Mariana, we're watching the football tonight, which means Celtic is playing. Like, I didn't even have to say, oh yeah, I forgot. It's like Wednesday night. Like, of course, Celtic's playing. Which reminds me of when I went to see, because Dallas Smith is my agent, and he's got such good people, like really talented people, really talented folk at his agency. He was like, Mariana, why don't you go see James McAvoy. Like, I'll get you front row seats for James McAvoy's play. And I was like, yes, I shall go and see that. But this is when I had sparkly tights. I had 2 sets of sparkly fishnet tights on. And I went to see James McAvoy do Cyrano in a Glasgow accent in London. Like, a long time ago when it first opened. Not only did I go backstage and, like, cry on him and say how good a job he did and, like, that he was doing it for Scotland, he also was like, nice tights. And I was like, double tights. Because I just didn't know if he would know what I was talking about. Because I don't think he's, like, a tights... like, dudes aren't necessarily, like, up on the tight game. Like, they don't know all the different tights you can get, but I know all the different tights you can get. So I was literally like, double tights. I don't know if that meant anything. But he did care that I said all that nice shit to him, because I was literally like, you are doing, like, such an incredible job with that performance. Like, it's off the charts. Off the charts inspiring and so good for Scotland. Like, I love hearing a Glasgow accent. It's an actual Glasgow accent. That's proper, like, Castle Milk accent from, like, on a London stage. There's nothing better than that, you know. And he was like, well, I'm glad you said that, because other people who have come here have just wanted to talk to me about the football. And I was like, what? Because, like, how could they see that play? Even, like, a football, like, even someone who's not a theatre fan, you just see, like, if you just care about the football and you go see, like, anyone going to see James McAvoy, and that would have been like, oh my God, my life has changed forever. But I wouldn't go backstage and be like, hey, so let's talk about Celtic. I love that the kegs are here. I think it's Friday or it's Wednesday or something. Must be a Wednesday, because the kegs are getting changed. I'm going to put sellotape on this instead of this silly little... Miriam's not getting that silly little thing. I'm giving her nice sellotape. So, cinema has the best thing, which is like gustatory sensual natures and all these things that we like, where we go, oh, this is what we've been waiting for. And having this feeling where you can go like, the reason we do it all is because we're making the world a better place. So there's this alchemy that I like, you know, how, like, when you talk to someone where you like the way they talk about films, or you like the way they talk about plays. I love this idea that we're going to have to, oh my God, we're going to have to talk about it deeply and think about it deeply and go, right, okay, here we go. I like this idea in cinema where you're like, have signification. So that thing for like all the different characters where they had gold for a reason. They were wearing gold for a reason, you know, like Shakira's character has that gold thing. Because what happens to her character is she actually like finds the love of her life, a man who can actually hold her, like give her space, or who isn't abusive. He actually is nice to her, and he can, Alex Pettyfer's character, Brandon, can give her that support and that encouragement, and understands what it's like to be with her kid and be nice to her kids. So that father loss that she has as a backstory, it actually turns into something really beautiful in the course of the film. Her journey is actually like the opposite of Juliet, because she lives at the end. We're like, oh my God, like, let's revere her. Let's have her be happy as hell. She's the happiest person in the whole film at the end, because you go, oh my God, she deserves it. Sort of that feeling, like, give the lady the mic, just give her the microphone. That happened a lot in Glasgow, where people were saying, oh, there's all these bands, give the girls the microphone, like, let them be the lead singer. Because a lot of the time, I think in other bands in other countries, just the guys want to be in their own band or whatever. They don't really want a female singer. But in Glasgow, you find a lot where it's like, oh, no, like, we'll play for you, and we want you to have a microphone, and you be the one who sings to everybody. And that's quite feminist, all going back to the history of Scotland, which is really ingrained in radical feminism. Like, every dude in Scotland was really interested in the suffragettes and supported the suffragettes. You cannot find a Scottish man in history who was like, I don't think a lady should get the vote. They all had wives, and they were really nice. Like, they were like, I love my wife, she's smart, I feel like she should get the vote, she's probably read a lot more than I have, or she's read different stuff than me, and she knows a lot more about that or this, and I could tell her more about this aspect of things because she doesn't know about it. But, you know, she basically could run a country, so why don't you just let her have the vote? That was really part of the collaboration that's like really important between that masculine and feminine energy that we're all really into. So the thing about 2026 and the horsepower of next year is really the feminine masculine energy linked together, and we're happy to see it. We're not confused about whether it's good or not. Ho ho ho! Oh my god, I need to look at my list. I have to do my makeup. I have to put the presents in the proper bag. Oh my god, I have so much to do actually. Usually I do like 4 hours on here, but today I'm doing like 15 minutes because I have so much to do. I'm just literally like, what am I gonna do? Oh yeah, so while I was on the bus, was it on the bus? Yeah, one day I was like, I need to get these and I'm gonna put them on my trainers like a real BAM's wife, because I'm literally looking for my husband out there. And I was like, if I have those on my trainers, because I'm gonna have white trainers, like fancy white trainers, I feel like Ned's, BAM's, and everybody wears white trainers. So I was like, I'll wear white trainers. And somebody told me that, like, if you have a car, if you're an Ed and you have a car, you're actually a BAM. So a BAM is just an Ed with a car, which is actually true. And like, that's changed my life, that fact. Anyway, I haven't talked to you guys since Scotland qualified. That's why I turned this on. So basically, I'm sitting in this chair and I was watching it, and my whole house, not just the building, but the whole country had an earthquake. It was like this. It's like that moment in the first Mary Poppins where they hit the bomb off and they go boo, and it's like all shaky. It's like this, where everything's like, because you're just like, all the walls are shaking. It was the whole country. Whenever they had a goal, the whole country went mental. And then when they won, the whole country went absolutely nuts. That last goal, that fourth goal. I mean, that Scott goal, first of all, it was 9 feet in the air. So that's higher than Ronaldo. It's higher than anything we've seen before. I mean, I've seen my Polish men jump in the air. Do you know what I mean? We've had people jump up in the air before to hit a goal, but they're doing it lower than Scott McTominay did that night. You know what I'm saying? And he's been doing that for Naples as well. So we're just going, that guy is Nureyev meets a football player, and watch out, world, because that's higher and more powerful than anyone else. Higher just means you're tall and you're making that work for yourself. I think he's more powerful than most of the other players, and he broke a world record with the height of that thing. So I can't believe he did that in Glasgow that night. Like, we were just like, that happened in Glasgow for us all to see. And all the grannies were crying, like everyone was crying that night. No one went to sleep. People stayed up for like 5 nights. It wasn't like a one night thing. It was like people were partying all night until the morning. People like had left their house with like one pair of socks because they didn't think they were going to qualify. And then they like didn't get home till like the next week because they were like staying at other people's houses, staying at all their pals' houses. People were like on the street partying in a way that I have not seen, because it was such a relief. It's literally been 30 years or 27 years since Scotland qualified. So I was 16 and I remember sitting in the Tennent's bar watching Scotland play, you know, internationally at the World Cup, being like, this will happen all the time, and writing in my little World Cup journal about it, and, you know, following it all and being really excited because we thought it was going to happen every week, or not every week, but every 4 years. But now it feels like we get to do it every week. It feels really good, but also we don't have to go for another 6 months. Like, we qualified and we're just jammy sitting there. Or Friday's the day, I think it's the 5th, because today's the 3rd, today's the play. So it's the play tonight, and then on Friday we're going to see if we go to like Mexico, or if we go to Canada, or if we go to America. Lenny Mullen says he wants to just go to Mexico or Canada. He doesn't want to necessarily go to the States. And I was like, I get you, man. I know. And then the other thing about it was John McGinn. Like, you've got these like stalwart players that are like tough. The Scots are like tough as nails. Like, they're like engines. There's horsepower. I mean, they're really like horsepower. It's not It's not like a small thing. They don't have like they're not like lightheaded or light in nature. Like they're not ethereal. They're like grounded. They're not really like, I feel like they're not hobbits. They're like, maybe they are hobbits, but they're like big hobbits. Do you know what I mean? But they're like on this planet grounded. They're not like la 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 in the air, like ethereal, like elfin. But you're looking at Scott McTominay being like, is he an elf? Maybe he's an elf, because you go, wow, those goals were unbelievable. And you can't stop singing the song Kenny McLean from the halfway line, because everyone was singing it. Like everyone in Glasgow, like on the streets, babies and grannies, and everyone was singing that song. And people were just happy. I mean, like anytime you saw someone like working on the street, they were just happy as hell because Scotland qualified. So they'd just be like smiling as all the cars passed, like just being like, yes, like I might have this job right now and I might be stuck here for hours, but we did qualify. And it felt like that. It felt like the whole country was relieved and like, you know what, we can do great things. And we did fucking invent the wheel, you know, and we did come up with all these different things. Like we were the first one to clone a sheep, to clone any animal, you know, we were the first ones to clone. We've done so much in terms of science. We've invented so many things as Scottish people. And I think the teams before this, at least the World Cup teams, there was like Boozegate and all these like really unearthly, ungodly, like uncool things, not professional things that happened with the team. And I remember just being like, like when I was 20, thinking about the Scottish football team and being like, they are drunk, like they're all drunk. And you can't play football if you're pissed all the time, you know, and like if you're hungover or drunk, like you need to get professional and get to that point where you are an athlete, and that's really necessary, you know what I mean? So when they were just drinking, it was really kind of annoying to me, and partying and not taking it seriously. That was really weird, because I feel like the whole country's given them this chance. And what I love about these boys in this generation is they understand that. Like they're not humble, like they might be humble, but it's not just humble, but it's like they take the professionalism seriously, and they're really professional athletes, and they take it like if you gave them a small chance, if you gave them a sliver, if you gave them a hair, they'll take a mile. And I mean, like they will win. I feel like a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't want to play Norway immediately, guys. Maybe Norway can play in a different group. I want to be in a group with like people who are just chilled out, like not tough, nobody tough in the opening group. That'd be great. In our first group, that would be great. If our first group back is just jammy, oh, that'd be great. Oh, we'll see. But I'm excited because I feel like it's going to be such an incredible year. 2026 is going to be like, oh my God, Scotland's going to play in the World Cup. Like that is going to feel like being in heaven. It already feels like that on the streets of Glasgow. It just feels like a different city, and you feel like to be here for that moment was unbelievable. I can't explain it in words. So while that was happening, I was talking to one of the grannies on the bus, and she was like, and I was like, maybe I will use these instead of as hair clips. I'll put them in my trainers, because how Christmassy is that? It's very Christmassy. For my big night out tonight. I'm also trying to think about what I'm going to do with my eyeshadow if I don't have eyeshadow. I'm just going to have like, I don't even have like anything that can fake as eyeshadow. Oh, I wish I knew about this before I went to town, because then I would have just like bought some silver stuff or some gold stuff, but whatever, man. We'll live. Tara, you're out there, you're not watching this. If anyone sees Tara on the street, I'm actually going to see her tonight. I've got like 25 Christmas presents for her. But when I see her, I'm gonna be like, you have my Too Faced palette. I've literally had that palette since like California. Like I think I've had it for years, because they sent it to me for free. And you know, that way you're like, I can't, as a Scottish person, like if somebody sends you makeup for free, you're like, I will keep it forever. Like all my Hourglass stuff they sent to me for free, and all this stuff that was by Vapor. Oh, that was my organic line, and I still have a little bit of their stuff, but they literally discontinued the line, which is my nightmare, because it's the one that's organic. And I was just like, oh no. So now I'm just like hanging on for dear life, hoping I can go back in time but I'm never getting that foundation again. I'll just have to survive it. So anyway, I'm glad that we got to talk about all this stuff. I need to get ready for the play. I have to do 25 other things, okay? And I also have to do my makeup, okay? Also, I wrapped, while I was talking, I wrapped Miriam's present. It looks quite nice. And I have presents for everyone. I got, like, keychains. I got little keychains for the boys, like Dan and Aiden and all the boys. Like, silver keychains, because I know they like silver. And then I got Tara and Emily, like, matching little pouches. Christmassy pouches. Tara's got a silver one and Emily's got, like, a little red and white peppermint stick one, which is so Christmassy. And they're like little pouches that you could use as purses, but they're just really nice from Accessorize. And then they've got their own little names, like an E. Emily's got an E to put on her tree, a sparkly E that's like velvet. It's so nice, and has little dazzles on it, like a gold star. And then also Tara's got a little one that's an R, because we call her Rara. We don't even call her Tara, we call her Rara. So I was like, oh, we need to get her an R, that's funnier. It's like, one of the things I like about being from here is when I was wee, it was my pal's birthday. Like, my uncle was giving his pal a birthday card, and instead of giving him like one that said his age, like he was 22 or something like that, instead of getting him a card that said like you're 22, he got him a card that was for a 2-year-old and added a 2 to it. And I was like, that's so funny. Like, Scottish people are too funny. Can't cope with how funny they are. And like, that's my uncle who was a bus driver, Uncle Peter, and I always had his like ties, and I would always wear his ties to stuff, like on the red carpet. And anytime you see me with a tie, it's actually like a Scottish bus tie, like a bus driver's tie that I literally stole from him, or he gave to me, but I was like trying to homage him and being like honoring my Scottish Polish uncle, being like, yo, you raised me, thanks for taking me to all those concerts. He did take me to my first concert, which was an Extreme concert in Glasgow. That was my first concert. I went to the SECC. I think I was like 12 or something, and he put me on his shoulders, and I was just like, I can't cope. Like, this is so many people. I think I passed out after that because I was so happy. I was just, you know, when a kid goes to a concert, you just go, oh my God, this is good. Oh, what else is happening? Scotland qualified, so we're all just like freaking out excited. And then, yeah, so I feel like next year is going to be that horsepower, you know, thing where you go, oh, it's all happening. It's going to be the greatest year of all time. It's really feeling like that vibe. My God. Anyway, so this is a before and after, because I'm going to look so much better in like an hour. I'm going to do so much stuff to my face by like not actually doing anything, because I don't have any eyeshadow. Naked Eyes. Maybe Naked Eyes could be a name for a rock band. They could be a really good punk band. Yeah, like a Polish punk band. Like, Polish punk was actually not nihilist. It was very hopeful. Like, all the punk in England was very like, I hate everything. And in Poland, they were singing about a future they knew they would never have because they were under communism. So they had to sing for that light and that joy and that connected togetherness, the eternal love. It was really magical punk and very ethereal. Like, the lyrics were like heavenly and like, I love you forever and all these things that were so loving, and it was beyond saccharine. Like, it wasn't saccharine, it was just actually sweet. Like the way honey is, where you go, oh, that's actually sweet, it tastes good, you know, or maple syrup or something, where you go, oh, that's actually really nice, where it's not like a fake sugar. It's not like aspartame or some shit. God. One of these days, Tara's going to give me that eyeshadow back. By then, it'll be too late. If you guys are wondering why I don't have eyeshadow on any of my red carpet shit, it's because Tara stole it. Tara still got it in her little bag. She's walking around Glasgow with it right now, using it probably. Or worse, Tara's probably not even using it at all. Anyway, tonight it's going to be such a rave because, like, all my mates are coming. It's going to be good. I invited really good people, so we're going to have such a good time. And they're all going to see, most of them are going to see the space at the Sits for the first time. So that will be Killer, killer, killer. Exciting. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.